Welcome back to the Deep Dive Excel Edge fam, where we unpack all the latest real estate trends. I'm Lex. And I'm Vera. And today we're diving into something really interesting, especially for our first-time home buyers and you property investors out there. We're talking about the NCR condo market. And you know we always like to go deep. So we're looking at this ABS-CBN news article called Realtor, Condo Oversupply in NCR Due to Mismatch in Inventory Demand.
Published pretty recently on January 18th this year, 2025.
Very timely.
Right. And this whole thing about mismatch caught our eye. Is there just way too many condos being built? Or is it something else? Is it that people aren't interested in the kinds of condos that are being built right now? So let's see if we can figure that out. The article was written by Joe Manahan, and they say that there's a bunch more condo units available in the NCR than there are people who actually want to buy or rent them.
So an oversupply.
Exactly.
Interesting. And it's not just about the number of units. Like we were saying, it seems like maybe the types of condos aren't what people want. The article even says that. They quote this realtor who thinks that developers are kind of missing the mark. What do you think could be going on there?
Well, it could be a few things. Maybe they're building units that are the wrong size, or the prices are too high for most buyers, or maybe the locations just aren't that attractive.
Or maybe they don't have all the bells and whistles that buyers are looking for these days.
Right.
Like maybe not enough fancy gyms or swimming pools.
It could be anything, really, but the point is there's a disconnect, and that can have some pretty big consequences.
Definitely. If developers can't sell their units, they might have to lower prices, and that could affect how much money investors make. Could even slow down the whole condo construction scene.
Right.
I can imagine if I was a first-time buyer, I'd be so excited to finally get my own place. But then I go out there and all I see are a ton of places that are either way out of my budget or that just don't fit my lifestyle. Like imagine wanting a small, cozy condo downtown, and all you can find are massive luxury units in the suburbs.
That would be pretty frustrating.
For sure. And it sounds like that's what's happening to some people right now. We should point out, though, that the article doesn't say exactly how big this oversupply is. But the fact that a major news outlet like ABS-CBN is covering it makes me think it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, you don't see them writing about every little thing.
Right. They're like the biggest media company in the Philippines.
They're on TV, radio, online, everywhere.
So for them to be talking about this, it makes me think it's something we should all be paying attention to, especially our Excel Edge community. Because, we're all about helping Filipinos make smart real estate decisions.
Absolutely.
Especially in that mid-price to high-ticket range.
Yeah.
That's where we really shine. So if you're thinking about buying a condo in the NCR, you really need to do your research and maybe even talk to an expert like us.
Yeah, we can help you figure out if it's the right move for you and make sure you're not getting into something that's not a good fit.
Exactly. It's all about being informed.
Yeah.
And making sure you're getting the best value for your money.
That's what we're here for.
So let's keep digging into this article and see what else we can learn.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so now we're going to get into some of the details about why this mismatch might be happening and what it could mean for the future of the NCR condo market. So stay with us. This whole condo oversupply thing makes me think of musical chairs. Like there's all these condos, but not enough people to fill them.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. And it makes you wonder, who's going to be left standing when the music stops?
Right. Will it be the developers who can't sell their units? Or the investors who don't get the returns they were hoping for?
Could be either one. Or even buyers who rushed in without really thinking things through.
That's why it's so important to do your homework.
Yeah.
Especially in a market like this. You can't just jump in blindly. You need to know what you're getting into.
Absolutely. Don't just get swept up in the hype. Look beyond those fancy brochures and marketing campaigns. Ask tough questions. Like what's the actual demand for this type of condo in this area? Are there a lot of similar units sitting empty? What are the vacancy rates?
Right. Don't be afraid to get into the nitty-gritty.
Exactly.
And speaking of details, the article mentions that developers might be building the wrong types of condos. Like maybe they're not aligned with what people actually want. Why do you think that's happening?
Well, it could be a few things. Maybe some developers are stuck in the past. They're still building those cookie-cutter condos that were popular a few years ago.
But that's not what people are looking for anymore.
Right. People's priorities have changed. They want more space, more flexibility, maybe even a home office now that so many people are working remotely.
And maybe those tiny downtown condos just don't cut it anymore.
Exactly. People might be willing to trade a little bit of that city center convenience for a more spacious and affordable place in the suburbs.
Or even further out.
Yeah, maybe.
So it sounds like developers need to adapt. They need to keep up with these changing trends.
They do. if they want to stay ahead of the game.
That's where having a trusted guide like Excel Edge can really help. We're always keeping an eye on the market, so we can advise our clients on the best opportunities.
We do our research, so
Yeah,
you don't have to.
exactly. And, we specialize in those mid-price to high-ticket properties. That can really make a difference in your portfolio.
We're all about helping you build long-term wealth.
Okay, so we've talked about the oversupply and the mismatch between what's being built and what people want. But here's a thought. What if this isn't just a temporary thing? What if it's a sign of a bigger shift in how people are choosing to live and work?
That's an interesting question, and it's one that developers should be asking themselves.
Because if people are moving away from those traditional condo lifestyles,
Mm.
then those developers are going to need to adjust their strategies.
Exactly. They need to figure out what people want now.
Like what?
Well, like you said, people are working from home more, so they might need a dedicated office space.
They might want more outdoor space too.
Yeah, a balcony or a patio, something to make them feel less cooped up.
Maybe they're not as interested in being right downtown anymore.
They might be happy to be a little further out if it means they can get more space for their money.
So those developers who are still building those tiny downtown studios, they might be in for a rude awakening.
They might.
But for those who are willing to adapt,
There could be some really great opportunities out there.
absolutely. So what's your advice for our listeners who are interested in the NCR condo market, whether they're buyers or investors?
Well, first of all, don't panic.
The market goes up and down. It's a natural cycle.
Exactly. It's like riding a roller coaster.
There are going to be some thrills and spills along the way.
But with the right knowledge and guidance, you can come out on top.
And how can our listeners get that knowledge and guidance?
That's where we come in. At Excel Edge Realty,
We're the experts.
we're constantly analyzing the market, tracking trends, identifying opportunities.
And sharing all of that with our clients.
So whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out
We can help you make the best decisions for your needs.
and achieve your real estate goals,
And don't forget, we specialize in those mid-price to high-ticket properties.
that can really help you build long-term wealth.
So if you're looking for a trusted partner in the NCR condo market, look no further than Excel Edge Realty.
We're here to help.
All right, so that's it for this week's deep dive into the NCR condo market. We've covered a lot of ground, but we hope you found it informative and helpful. And as always, we want to thank you for listening and for being a part of the Excel Edge community.
We appreciate your support.
And before you go, don't forget to hit that follow button and share this episode with anyone who might benefit from it. Stay smart, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve. This is the Deep Dive signing off. So to wrap things up, what advice would you give our listeners about the NCR condo market?
Well, I think the most important thing is to not get caught up in the headlines. You know, there's always going to be some ups and downs in the market. That's just how it works.
It's a cycle.
Exactly. But that doesn't mean you should just sit on the sidelines. There's still plenty of opportunities out there.
Especially for those who are willing to do their research,
Right, and who are working with a trusted advisor.
like Excel Edge Realty,
Exactly. We can help you navigate the market and make sure you're making smart decisions.
that are aligned with your goals,
Okay.
whether you're a first-time buyer or seasoned investor.
We're here to help.
And remember, we specialize in those mid-price to high-ticket properties that can really help you build long-term wealth.
So if you're looking for a partner in the NCR condo market, someone who can guide you through the process and help you make the most of your investment, then reach out to us at Excel Edge Realty.
You can find us online at www.exceledge.com/FOAH.
We'd love to hear from you.
And that's a wrap for today's deep dive into the NCR condo market. We hope you found it informative. And as always, we want to thank you for tuning in and for being a part of the Excel Edge community.
We appreciate your support.
Don't forget to hit that follow button and share this episode with anyone who might find it helpful. We'll see you next time. For another deep dive into the world of real estate, this is the Deep Dive signing off.